Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to open Canva. This is a free version that I am using today. You can always upgrade to the Canva Pro. That one will give you more features as fonts, more designs in the actual Canva, so you don't have to be going into Google and looking for them. But again, for this one, I am going to use a free version. The first thing you want to do is you're going to do create a new design, and down here is this custom size. You're going to click on that. Make sure it's in inches, otherwise it's going to show up automatically on the PX, but make sure it's in inches. For this one, the width is going to be 11 and the height is going to be 8.5. You're going to hit create a new design. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to go to elements and make sure you go to where it says shapes and you click on the square. For this one, for this square, we are going to make it on the width 5.6 and the height 8.5. And if you move these, little numbers will show up on the right hand corner, and it's going to be basically just showing you how big or how small you're making your shapes. So again, for the height, it is going to be 8.5 and the width is 5.6. Okay, 5.6. I am going to change this just for right now to a light gray. And this one, I want to have it in the middle. And you see how there's a line? That basically just tells me that it's in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to grab again another square. And this one, just so I can tell the difference, I am going to change it to a light pink. And this square, I want to make it on the height 8.5 and on the width 2.5. So 2.5 and 8.5. Okay, so this pink square, I want to duplicate it and I'm going to put it on the right side. And these pink squares is basically going to be what you fold. Is going to be the back side of your chip bag. The gray is going to be the front of the chip bag and the pink is going to be the back side. So duplicate down here and click duplicate, and you're going to move this one. Now you want to make sure that these shapes are touching each other. If they are not touching, it's going to be showing a white line, basically saying the background. It's going to be showing that. You don't want that. Now I'm going to make two other shapes, and that's going to be top and bottom. And this is going to be for the little background where you cut to make that chip feel like. So you're going to make another square. I'm just going to change the color to white. That way I can just tell the difference. This one, I'm going to make my height 0.8 and my width is going to be 10.6. And again, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that one. And I'm just going to make sure that it's aligned at the bottom and aligned on the sides. Okay, so now we have our template, and all we need to do now is just bring in our pieces on how we want it set up. So I'm going to go to Safari and I am going to type in Galentine's background. And go to images. From here, I am just going to look for what I want on the top and the bottom as that border. And also of basically like an image where I wanted it to be on the front and the back. Keep in mind that you want to have the one in the front to be less stuff, so it's not too crazy, and when you type in your text you are able to read it. If you select something like this with a lot of balloons, a lot of things going on, it's going to be too noisy and you're not going to be able to really put any wording on it where you can tell. So you want to go in with something that has less is best. So basically you're just going to scroll and see what you want. I actually would like this pink one, and I'm gonna use that as my border. So I'm gonna save to image, and then I'm gonna try to stay in this palette, which is gonna be like a pink reddish, to kind of fit in. So if I just scroll down and just keep scrolling to see what I like, and I feel like this will kind of go with it, so I'm gonna use this image. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and save this image, and I'm gonna go back to Canva. For Canva, you're just gonna basically upload your images, and just select them, and you're going to drag them. Okay, so now you see that they are uploaded. Again, I'm gonna use them for my background. Okay, so I am basically just adjusting it. I don't want to go over the white lines. See here? Because again, that's going to be for our background. Okay, now that I have it adjusted, this image, I am going to send it to the back. And you go to position and hit backward. And you see how these other shapes are coming up right now? And that's fine for right now. We're going to delete them later. But I just want to show you how they would look. And then we're going to do the borders. And again, just make sure that these are the sizing. Okay, so it is again 10.6 on the width and 0.8 on the height. And I'm just going to duplicate it again. Okay, now I'm going to put my text. So what I want to do is I want to delete this gray square, and it's going to reveal the image again. Okay, so now I'm going to put my text, add text box, and here I am going to put Happy Galentine's Day. And right here you can select the different font that you want to use. Don't worry too much on the sizing because that's just going to depend on the font you use, but I want to at least see it, so I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to scroll to see what fonts I like. See here, you're just going to scroll and you're going to be able to select different ones. If it has a little crown, you cannot use those because that's on the Canva Pro. The ones that don't have a little crown, that is the free version. You can stay in those just to keep it free. So I'm just going to scroll and just continue to look at the fonts. Okay, I think I like this one, Bright Wall. So I'm just want to make sure that it doesn't go over to the back side, which is going to be the pink squares that we have here. So I'm just going to adjust it in the middle. And I'm going to change the font just to make it a bit smaller. Okay, so I think 34 is fine. And this one I'm just going to select the color. Let me see how white will look. Okay, I think I like white. The only thing is I'm going to try to add like a background to the text to make it the white pop up a little bit more. So I'm going to go to effects, and right here on the left side it says shadow, and the color I'm going to choose the black. And now if you go back to your image, you can tell that there is a dark background, kind of looks a little bit gray, and then your white is popping up a little bit more. That's what I want. Okay, on the left side I'm gonna basically put the name of the chips that it contains inside, and I'm gonna put a barcode to just give it that chip back feel. So if we go to Safari, and let's type in Doritos logo. And here you're just going to download it. Sometimes some images have a background. So for example, if I want to use this one, and you can tell it has a white background. One thing that I recommend you to do is go to remove.bg. I really love this website because it goes over things I don't like, and I can remove them or recover certain pieces that I do want. Since I already have the image, let me just go look for it. Okay, so here's the Doritos logo, and I want to make sure that it stays in the pink square that we have here, because again, that's going to be on the back side. So I just adjusted to the height that I like, and I'm gonna just select where I want it to be. Okay, that looks good to me. And then again, I'm gonna add a barcode. This barcode, I found it on Google. Just type in barcode PNG and a lot will show up. This one was the one that I found was okay, so I just saved it. So you see here, you have a little space. Again, here you can put, things for coming, or you can put the person's name. If it's a birthday party, you can put Leo's first birthday or thanks for coming to Leo's party, anything you want. Since I am okay with how the left side is looking and I don't need to make any more adjustments, I'm going to delete the pink square. Now, I didn't notice this before, but this image is actually goes too far out of my border frame. So I'm just gonna adjust it to stay in. And the way you can tell is that if you see down here, there would be like little lines that pop up, and it's just basically that it's showing that it's in frame with the other one. Okay. Now we're going to hop over to the right side, and in this side, I like to put in my logo, and I also want to add my QR code. And I'm gonna just adjust them. Okay, so that's the way I like it. Keep in mind again, you don't want to go anything outside of the pink background. Okay, so on the right side it has my logo and it also has my QR code that will take them to my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and also any other links that I have on there. You can go and add a text that if you would like, just to say thank you for coming. You can also add a picture if you would like. I'm gonna leave it just like this because I just want it simple. So now that I'm done with this, I'm going to remove this white square. I don't need it anymore. And I'm gonna adjust my photo here so it can stay in the lines. Now that this is done, I am going to share and hit download. Make sure that it's on PDF and it's best for printing. I'm just gonna name it Galentine'S chip bags. Okay. Now it shows up here, and I'm gonna go ahead and select print. Okay, so now that this print option shows up, the print settings I recommend with the paper I use, you're gonna print at high quality. So where it says medium quality, I am gonna go to glossy paper because that's the paper that I'm using. It's glossy. Make sure you select the type according to the paper. It has to match. So glossy is mine, and the quality I want it at best because it's gonna give those vibrant colors. It's not gonna look blotchy. I want the best quality. So now that I have these selected, I'm gonna select print. Everything that I will be using today, I will have it listed down in my Amazon storefront under party favors. I will leave the link down below. I'm going to be using this koala glossy photo paper 30 pound. I will be using this gator paper crimper. And I will be using these 6X scissors. And I'm also going to be using a hot glue gun, and this is by the brand Sure Bonder. Okay, now that I have my template, what I want to do is I'm going to flip it to the other side. These white lines here, these will be used as a guideline to where you want to put your hot glue. Now, I just need to fold one side over the other one. It doesn't matter what side, just make sure that it doesn't go over the pink. You just want to stay in the white border. I'm just going to try to align it where it's in the middle. I'm also using this brayer roller, which will help me flatten those lines out. Okay, now I'm going to use this paper crimper, and I want to crimp only the top border. So I don't want to go over the main piece, I just want to do the border. Should look something like this. And now I'm going to do the other side. Okay, now I want to put hot glue only in the white part, so in this tab right here. And the other tab, I'm just going to lay it down. So now I'm going to stuff the chips inside. This is a 1 ounce chip bag. So I'm just going to hold it here. Okay, so now that I have it inside, I'm just going to glue down the bottom piece. I'm just going to put the glue all around here, but on the inside. I don't want to go over this other part. I'm just going to hold it down, make sure that the glue stays in there. Spread it out nice and even. One of my favorite things to do to make the bag look full, I'm just gonna grab it by the ends here with my thumb, and then with my other finger, my middle finger, I'm gonna put like a dent on it. So I'm just gonna like squish it like that, and then with my thumbs just pull it out. See how it makes that dent? Now that I have that, I'm gonna put glue here again. So spread it out. So I'm gonna grab my shear scissors, and this white line, that's what I'm gonna cut out. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this. Okay, and then same thing with the other side. Okay, so this is how the bags turned out. So if you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any other recommendations you want to see a tutorial, please leave it down in the comments. Other than that, thank you for watching.